Panama! The name alone sparks adventure, a country bridging 2 continents and 2 oceans. Modern skyscrapers rise beside historic colonial streets, and I landed in Panama City with just $50 to see how far it could take me. Travel isn't about spending big, it's about connecting with a place in a real personal way. With a small budget and big curiosity, I set out to discover the real Panama. The city buzzes with energy, busy streets, warm air, and friendly faces everywhere. My goal? Skip the tourist traps, eat where locals eat, and dive into daily life. $50 forces you to get creative, to find hidden gems and authentic experiences. I plan to use public transport, savor street food, and seek out free or low-cost adventures. From the Panama Canal's history to the colorful neighborhoods, I wanted to meet the people and hear their stories. This isn't just a travel challenge, it's about seeing the world with open eyes and an open heart. So, come along as we explore Panama's vibrant streets, taste its unique flavors, and discover the magic you can find on a shoestring budget. Travel is about connection, curiosity, and the joy of discovery. The best treasures aren't things, they're the moments and memories you make. Let's see what kind of magic $50 can unlock in Panama. My first stop, no question, was the legendary Panama Canal. I hopped on a local bus to the Miraflores locks, surrounded by lively Spanish chatter and music. For just a few cents, I was on my way to witness history in motion. The visitor center's $17.22 entrance fee was my biggest splurge, but worth every cent. From the observation deck, I watched a massive container ship glide into the lock, a giant puzzle in motion. The scale is breathtaking. Powerful locomotives, rising water, and a silent ballet of engineering and nature. Inside, the museum tells the story of the canal's creation, French failures, American triumphs, and the sacrifices of thousands of workers from around the world. It's not just concrete and steel, it's a monument to human ambition and perseverance. As ships passed through, I felt connected to a global story of connection and change. The canal transformed trade and travel, and seeing it up close was unforgettable. It was a big part of my budget, but the experience, priceless. The Panama Canal set the tone for my adventure, a story of connection on a grand scale. Now it was time to explore Panama's past in a different way. After the canal, I craved a step back in time, so I headed to Casco Viejo, Panama City's historic heart. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a maze of cobblestone streets, colonial buildings, and vibrant plazas. Some buildings are beautifully restored, others draped in vines and history. I wandered aimlessly, soaking in the colors, the music, and the everyday life unfolding around me. Artisans from the Gunayala community sold their handmade molas, sharing smiles and stories. The best part? It was all free. Just me, my curiosity, and the city's living history. Casco Viejo is a feast for the senses. Sunlight on old stones, salsa music drifting through windows, families chatting on balconies. Here, the past and present dance together, and you don't need money to feel the city's soul. Immersing myself in Casco Viejo proved that the richest travel experiences often cost nothing. It was the perfect contrast to the modern marvel of the canal. Next, it was time to taste Panama. No trip is complete without tasting the local food, and in Panama, the best flavors are found on the street. With my budget in mind, I followed my nose to food carts and humble stalls. My first bite, a caramanola, crispy yuca stuffed with seasoned beef, just $1. Watching the vendor work, I realized this was food made with tradition and heart. Next, a cup of fresh passion fruit juice for another $1, sweet tart and perfect for the tropical heat. For lunch, I found a fonda serving sancocho, Panama's national chicken soup, for $3.50. The broth was rich, the chicken tender, and the meal deeply comforting. Eating street food wasn't just about saving money, it was about tasting real Panamanian home cooking. Each bite was a window into local life. Street food let me eat well, support small businesses, and connect with the city's culinary soul. Simple, delicious, and affordable. This is how you truly taste Panama. With a full stomach and a happy heart, I set out to learn more about the country's history. Next stop, the Museo del Canal. Let's dig deeper into Panama's story. To understand the canal's human story, I visited the Museo del Canal in Casco Viejo. The entrance fee was just $5, a bargain for the history inside. The museum traces the canal's journey from Spanish dreams to French failures, American engineering, and Panamanian pride. Exhibits showcase historic photos, artifacts, and personal stories of workers from around the world. The struggles, jungle, disease, and danger come alive through letters and tools. It's a powerful reminder. The canal was built by ordinary people doing extraordinary things. The museum also covers the canal's transfer to Panama and its modern expansion. Walking through its halls, I gained a deeper respect for the people behind the engineering. The canal isn't just an economic asset, it's a symbol of Panama's identity and resilience. This visit connected the dots between the grand engineering and the human spirit that made it possible. Now it was time to meet the people who give Panama its soul. Travel is about people, and in Panama, connections come easy. My limited Spanish didn't matter. A smile and genuine interest go a long way. Resting in Plaza de la Independencia, I met Roberto, a lifelong Casco Viejo resident. He shared stories of growing up in the neighborhood, its transformation, and his pride in Panama's history. Our conversation was a gift, personal history woven into the city's fabric. Later, I chatted with Elena, a Guna artisan, who explained the meaning behind her vibrant molas. Each design tells a story of her culture and the natural world. Her passion for tradition was inspiring. These moments, talking with Roberto, learning from Elena, were the richest parts of my trip. They cost nothing, but gave me a deeper understanding of Panama. It's the people who make a place unforgettable. With new friends and fresh perspectives, I set out for one last local experience. Time to visit the Mercado de Mariscos. For a true taste of local life, I headed to the Mercado de Mariscos, Panama City's bustling seafood market. The air was thick with the scent of the ocean, and the energy was electric. Vendors called out their catch, chefs and home cooks haggled, and piles of fresh fish glistened on ice. I was here for ceviche. Upstairs, I found a small eatery packed with locals. For $2.50, I got a cup of ceviche de corvina, fresh sea bass cured in lime, mixed with onions and cilantro. The flavor was bright, tangy, and incredibly fresh. Eating ceviche above the market, I felt completely immersed in Panamanian culture. The market was more than a place to eat. It was a living, breathing part of the city's soul. Simple pleasures shared with locals are what make travel memorable. With a satisfied appetite and a full day behind me, it was time to tally up my budget. Let's see how far $50 really went. Here's the breakdown. Traveling on $50 meant planning and smart choices. Public buses cost just 25 cents a ride. I spent only $1 on transport all day. Street food and fondas let me eat well for just $8 total. My biggest expense was the Miraflores Visitor Center at $17.22, plus $5 for the Museo del Canal. Free activities, wandering Casco Viejo, relaxing in plazas, and soaking up the market rounded out my day. The math: $1 for transport, $8 for food, $22.22 for activities. Total $31.22. Well under budget. Traveling like a local made my money go further and my experience richer. Budget travel isn't about sacrifice. It's about resourcefulness, connection, and appreciating the simple joys of a new place. With $18.78 left, I ended my day feeling accomplished and grateful. The real value of travel isn't in what you spend, but in what you experience. And Panama delivered in every way. As the sun set over the Pacific, I sat on the Cinta Costera, reflecting on my day in Panama City. My adventure was filled with history, flavor, and most importantly, human connection. Traveling on a small budget didn't limit me. It opened doors to authentic experiences. I learned that the true value of travel is measured in moments, not money. Panama revealed itself as a place of beauty, diversity, and resilience. My $50 journey proved that curiosity and an open heart are the best travel companions. Say yes to new things, talk to strangers, and wander off the beaten path. The world's richest experiences often come from the simplest moments. All you need is the courage to take that first step. Panama was just the beginning. There's a whole world out there to discover. Where will your next adventure take you?